Back at the 2026 American Cup presented by USA Diving. Beautiful drone shot of the Fort Lauderdale Aquatic Center. I think our camera crew has us covered on every single angle. Picture perfect day here in Fort Lauderdale. 80 degrees, light 11-mile-per-hour wind. Mostly cloudy too, so perfect conditions for the divers today. Ukraine, Sereda and Resenko doing a forward 4.5 somersault in the tuck position, high degree of difficulty dive, 3.7.
Well, that is 2 solid dives there from the boys. This dive is insanely hard. 4.5 somersaults from 10 meter is just crazy. They're a little bit off in the synchronization, but honestly, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on a dive this hard.
77.7 for them. That will bump them back up into first place.
And showing you how it's done there, as I said. Looking for perfection, the boys are showing it for you today. That is a pretty awesome dive.
Big dive for Glassberg and Weinrich. Beautifully executed individually, and their synchronization was on point. 63.84 points for the U.S. pair. Team USA earning silver. Gentlemen, congratulations on some amazing diving. Your last dive sealed the deal. Take us through it.
I mean, that's a dive that we kind of struggle with in training sometimes, but we knew what we had to do to execute it well, and we did it, so it felt really good.
Highest degree of difficulty.
Doing a double twist in that second somersault where the girls have been doing a single. Powerful girls, and you need power on this dive. I really want them to hit this. Yeah, there you go. Not perfect synchronization, but with this degree of difficulty, it doesn't matter quite as much because that is huge.
Nice dives executed individually. Synchronization a little off in the twist, but they received 64.26. That'll move them into first place. Always good vibes with those two. All smiles and hugs. Doing a back 2.5 tuck, Sturgill and Whitty, looking to finish their contest strong. Currently in third place.
A smaller degree of difficulty here on this dive, but if they do it well, they could be going home with some hardware. Yeah, there you go, girls. Really, really solid dive. They're going to be really happy with that, and I think that might put them where they want to be.
Strong finish for Sturgill and Whitty. Drilling their back 2.5 tucks. Synchronization was spot on. Excellent entries. Just what the judges were looking for. And golds for Team USA. Ladies, how much momentum does this give the U.S. heading into the rest of the competition?
I would say definitely a lot. We did it in the team event last night and now again, so I think it's just really spectacular to do it at home in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, it's just such a great opportunity to dive together, and we really just enjoy diving together.
We continue to make history on a full Saturday of action from the Fort Lauderdale Aquatic Center. For the first time, Olympic diving and high diving are held at the same event in the United States. As we go all the way back up to the 27-meter platform, as I mentioned, 88 feet above the surface of the water, James Lichtenstein always pumping the crowd up. The defending world champion doing a reverse triple tuck, 3.6 degree of difficulty.
There you go, and that is why he got that gold medal last year in Singapore at the World Championships. Really solid diving, King James as they call him. Really good dive. He was our top seed from the first 2 rounds yesterday. And with that dive, he is going to be staying there right now.
Jumps right back into first place with this electric dive. Beautiful tuck position in the air, confident kick out. 9s, 8.5, 95.4. And our gold medalist from the United States, James Lichtenstein, the defending champ in high diving. James, you're up there pumping up the crowd. Then you get locked in and you're visualizing your dive. Take us through what's going through your mind once you get locked in and focused up there.
Yeah, once I'm up on the 20 or 27 meter, I have the same routine I do whether I'm on 1 meter, whether I'm on 27.
On the 20 meter, forward triple with 1.5 twists in the pike position.
Oh, wow! Ginny absolutely crushing that running takeoff, not phasing her whatsoever. We talked about how beautiful this pool is, but I don't think she was looking at any of that. She was laser focused on this dive. Look at that entry, 0 splash whatsoever. This is going to be some huge scores from the judges. Amazing diving, well done, Ginny.
She has such clean, beautiful entries. She'll need 87.2 to jump up into first. She'll get 105.3. That'll move her back into first. For the U.S., Faulkner doing the highest degree of difficulty dive in the contest, 4.3. We've been building up to this moment.
There you go. As I said before, a very, very powerful diver. The hardest dive in the competition, and she's making it look easy. That gap between Lisa and Morgan is going to be closing, and this is going to be a very interesting, tight battle here.
Beautiful dive. The execution was flawless for Faulkner. 111.8 points on that dive, 8.5s and 9s. And that will bump her into first. Huge dive. Goes to show you degree of difficulty, and hitting the dive is the recipe. Take us through your running hurdle approach. What is going through your mind?
Oh my God. Actually, I'm terrified to run because I don't even see the water. So as soon as I see the water, I'm relieved.
Lisa, your last dive, the highest degree of difficulty dive, and you put it down. How did you do that?
Yeah, lots of training. We put in a lot of work over the off season, and it's really nice to see that pay off.
Moments away from starting the men's 3-meter final. Henninger, the last diver to get in this final, now looking to work his way up for a medal, doing a forward 4.5 somersault tuck.
Wow! Oh my God! Henninger has been sitting in third for a lot of the competition, but dropping it down after the previous round, and that might just bump him back up. A huge dive to finish, and some massive scores from the judges. Unbelievable diving here.
Saved his best, highest degree of difficulty dive for last. Really smart thinking and putting together his list. 91.2 on that dive. And here is Holden doing a forward 4.5 somersault and tuck position. He's got the highest degree of difficulty list in the entire contest.
Currently sitting in first place. Let's see if he can hold on to it. And we've seen this so many times today from these divers. A beautiful takeoff, but just overconfident. If I did a takeoff like that, I would be overconfident as well. So you cannot blame these divers, but I know he's not going to be very happy there.
He needed 46.60 for first place, and he gets 47.5.
Wow.
So he will jump ahead into the first place spot with that dive. It goes to show you high degree of difficulty really sits deep in these competitions. Live look at the beautiful Fort Lauderdale Aquatic Center. We're back here at the 2026 American Cup, the nightcap, the women's platform final. Eloise Belanger sets up her final dive, her back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists in the pike position. We've had that battle between Belanger and Shang.
Very nice finish from Eloise. She's had the best average throughout the whole competition, averaging 7.33 and finishing with a beautiful back 2.5, 1.5 there. Honestly, you couldn't ask for much more from Eloise. She dove her contest. She stayed with herself. She was consistent all the way through, 7s and above throughout the whole night.
Consistent diving, moves into first place with that dive, 65.6, totaling 317.95. But here comes Eden Chang, who has been in first place and was leading heading into this round. She needs 49.75 points on this dive, the same dive, to move into first place.
Oh, and that is how you seal the deal, Natalie. Oh my gosh, the takeoff on that one. That was one of the best back twist takeoffs I've seen all day. Watch this jump straight up in the air, so square as she leaves the tower, in and out of the twist, and just takes the water down with her.
72 total points. That'll do it. That'll put her back into first place. And talk about her degree of difficulty. Consistent diver, but she has nothing below 3.0. So she has really high degree of difficulty dives, and she does them so well. It's all finals all day here at the Fort Lauderdale Aquatic Center, starting with the men's 3-meter synchro and the women's 10-meter synchro. Bulyuk and Oliferchik doing their highest degree of difficulty dive, their forward 4.5 somersault tuck, 3.8.
Oh, a beautiful 109 from the Ukrainians. Bulyuk, only 19 years of age, and he just crushed that dive. Stanislav leaving it a little bit short, but look at this. Perfectly in synchronization. Chef's kiss, Natalie. Look at that.
Just beautiful. Well done. 82.08 points. Putting together a really nice fifth round dive to secure that second place spot as we head into the last round.
Absolutely. These two have impressed me so much. They've got the biggest list ever competed in a synchronized competition. They're closing it off here with a huge front 4.5 tuck. Yes, they can, Natalie. Oh my gosh, I'm on my edge of my seat. That was incredible. Huge DD. The biggest list ever competed, and they just sealed it. Look at this front 4.5. Together all the way down. Such a huge dive, so many rotations, huge scores. That is Olympic podium material.
It is high fives all around.
Jack and Quinn, your DD is enormous. Biggest of the competition, and your consistency sealed the win. Take us through what worked so well today.
Well, we were pretty calm, I think, especially before some of those big dives. I could tell that we were both a little nervous, but I knew that Quinn and I were both going to calm down, be ready to execute.
Here are our leaders again heading into round 3. The Australian pair of Flint and Hankston doing a back 2.5 pike, 2.9.
Yes, it does. Oh, my goodness. That was incredible. That back 2.5 pike was one of the better duos I've ever seen. Look at them closing the pike, coming out at the right time, slicing through the water. Aussies.
Absolutely beautiful. You can see why they have been our leaders. 71.34 execution 8s, synchronization 8.5s and 8s. That's exactly what you want to see if you want to try and stay in that top spot.
What a competition you had. Consistency was the name of the game to earn you gold. What does this medal mean to you?
I think it means a lot. We've only been training for about a year together, so we've been working really hard on how in sync we are. Also the quality of our dive.
The turtle, where are you going to put it?
Oh, good question. I'm actually going to give it to probably my nephew. He's only 6. He just turned 6 while I was away, so I'll give it to him. And yeah, it'll be a little birthday present.
That is amazing, and what a story you have to tell with that turtle.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he really will understand yet, but I'll show him some videos and hopefully he can appreciate it.
Divers from 6 different countries in the finals. Great Britain's Desharn Ben Ashmill was ahead of a pair of Americans, and Sophie Verzile and Kendall Knight in prelims. Here is Knight of the United States, finishing up with her forward 2.5 somersaults with 1 twist pike.
Yeah, really solid dive. She was sitting in 6th place. There's been a few misses in this round so far, so trying to make her way up towards the medals here. A really good dive and just such beautiful lines. The form is so good, and the judges are always going to reward nice form here in diving.
Beautiful form, fabulous entry for Knight on her final dive, 61.5. So we'll see where that puts her in the standings at 279.65. So she's currently in 4th. Here's her teammate, Verzile. The biggest dive of the contest, highest degree of difficulty dive. We've talked about a full out. This is a double out.
Yeah, the dive that we've all been waiting for. Show us how it's done, Sophie. Wow! And that is incredible. This is a dive that even the men struggle with, and Sophie's showing us an excellent, excellent dive here. Such a hard dive. 3.4 degree of difficulty, and that is just going to catapult her up to the gold medal position, and I don't think there's much stopping her now. Amazing diving today from Sophie.
Stunning dive, running over to that podium, giving fist bumps to Team USA. Tonight, we'll head up to the men's 10-meter platform to crown our final champion of the weekend, Sareta of Ukraine. Back 2.5 somersaults with 2.5 twists in the pike position.
And he delivers. Oh my goodness, Natalie. He pummeled the entry on that one. That was so good. It's been up and down for Sareta. He was on fire in the first 3 rounds. Missed big in round 4. And look at this finish. 2.5 twists, folding into the pike, and just creaming the entry there. Oh my goodness. Waving to the crowd. Appreciation all around. Big smile. Well deserved.
That is how you want to finish out. 8.5s and a 993.6 for Sareta as he finishes out his contest. Josh Hedberg, our leader heading into this one, setting up for his final dive, back 2.5 somersaults with 2.5 twist pike, 3.6.
Oh, a little soft on the entry, but still a good dive. A big degree of difficulty. Can he keep the lead? He's been doing so good coming back from injury. This back 2.5. Honestly, I loved it in the air, a little bit away. Right here at the end, he just gets a tad loose. He needs to finish a little bit stronger. But a solid dive from Hedberg.
And that will keep him in first.
And our gold medalist, Josh Hedberg. What a performance you put on. Take us through the back half of the rounds and how you pulled it through to earn gold today.
I just tried to stay process-oriented and focus on my breathing and just do the dives like I know I can.